Good afternoon,
What happened to us using the cups?
everyone. Today's an exception. We have
A schmooty.
a smoothie in here. Honestly, I should have gotten something else more like liquidy, but
Why?
I don't mind it. I don't know.
It gets liquidy because we've had it for a while either way. So, well, mine is because mine's more like a lemony type of thing.
Yeah, I like this one's. It's not that liquidy.
Yeah, this one's fire.
I like liquidy stuff around because my throat gets dry. But
Mine has lime sherbet in it. I thought it was lemonade,
delicious.
but it's sherbet.
Sherbet. What was I gonna say? Welcome everyone to another episode. Yeah. We're episode 35.
Whoa.
I think this is episode 35. Holy shit.
Really? What was the one you put out today?
34.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason it feels like we should have been farther ahead, right?
Yeah.
But you know why? It's because we missed a couple.
You don't have to say that. Nobody's gonna know.
Right.
Dude.
But it's fine. But yeah, episode 35, guys.
We've
welcome.
been busy with life, guys.
Life has been
Busy.
coming at us in all directions, ways, shapes, and forms. But welcome, guys. For real, though.
For wheels.
Hope you guys are having a great, amazing day. And what else? Positive vibes, guys.
I
you
was
guys-
gonna say that.
Oh,
I say that.
go ahead and say it then.
Positive vibes.
If you guys are watching this in a video form, you guys may notice that my eyes are a little bit droopy.
I don't think they'll pay attention.
Well, for you guys that do
They're
pay
not gonna
attention,
be like, "Oh my God, Brandon's eyes are so droopy today."
for you guys that do pay attention, as I was saying, I'm not tired. It's just my eyes are tired because of work. I need to stop spraying so much. It's been affecting me lately a lot.
Well, you're the one that says yeah to
I
spray.
say it because I hate doing the rest of the stuff. I hate it.
I know, but
It's so boring. Like I get headaches.
oh yeah.
I get a headache just walking around and trying to find like the little details. Like, oh my God, I have to go back again and give it a second touch. Oh God, I missed this point. Like I get in the morning I was getting a headache. So that's when I was like to the guy, I was like, yeah, I'll just spray. I'd rather do that. Even though it fucks my eyes up real bad. But I'm not complaining.
You should wear those goggles that you use for swimming.
And then carry like a wet rag around just so I can like wipe it off.
Just wipe it off.
I've
Well,
been
it's still
thinking-
wet.
Yeah. I've been thinking what would be like a great invention that I could invent that could help with that stuff. You know? I was thinking maybe like, I know there's goggles that exist. They're not that good, obviously, because they're super cheap.
What about the ones doctors were using for COVID? The shield type
Well, the
thing?
whole thing would get oversprayed.
Oh, you're right.
The thing is like how to get the overspray off. So I was thinking, because there's these goggles that have like little wind wipers or like windshield wipers on them, but they don't work, you know, because they're obvious, like they don't work, you know.
It's not a car.
Yeah. So I was
Well,
like,
well,
okay.
why don't you just carry like a little rag with you and just wipe them every time? You can't.
I'd get annoyed. Something that I don't have to touch is the goal here. So I was thinking, what if there's like certain goggles, or what if I create goggles that have like some type of like slippery oil on them or ointment that when the paint gets on there, like it just falls to the side, slides off. Something like that would be sick, I feel like.
You should put some of that oil that you use for the machine in the goggles and see.
Hey, see, we're getting somewhere here. So, yeah, something like that. We'll see. I have to come up with something though.
Yeah. Because you don't wear a hat when you spray, do you?
No, last time I did, and here's the deal: like the paint clumps up, so then
Where?
on the hat or the suit or something like that, it does. So then when let's say you like go like this, all that paint will come off and like it can get in your eye and whatnot. And that's the worst is like when paint gets in my eye.
So why would you touch it?
well, you know, accidents happen, you know, things like that. I don't know.
You're a weird person.
Maybe. But yeah, 35 episodes. Crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah. 35 episodes. I never thought I would get this far along this fast.
Yeah, I mean, we started in the middle of January, basically.
Yeah, like the second week. So we uploaded the first episode on my birthday.
Yeah.
And Sunday will be April 9th. So January, February, March, April. 4 months, 35 episodes.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Wait, so how many episodes technically are we uploading a month if that's the case? 15? 5, 10, no, 15, no,
What?
10, 20, 30. Like 7. 7 plus 7, 14 plus 7. What's 14 plus 7? 22?
22.
22 plus 7?
29.
No, so it's 9 episodes, right? 9 plus 9 is 18. Plus 9 is 27. Plus 9.
Any math nerds around
What's
here?
27 plus 9? 34. Yeah, 9 episodes. Wow.
Watch you get that shit wrong, and then they're gonna be commenting. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Oh, hell no.
You need to go back to school.
Dude, you need to go back to school and learn math. I actually never learned the math math multiplication table. I can't even say it.
Multiplication
Multi-
tables.
multiplication.
table.
Yeah. I never learned
I
it.
did, but since you don't really use it after you learn it, like consistently, I forgot it.
I always wondered.
Well, I remember a few, but you know.
You know who the people that actually use that stuff are, like the construction workers that build houses,
Yeah.
like the framers,
Oh, yeah,
the
well,
siding
they have to use
guys.
all that.
Yeah,
all
those
about
guys
numbers.
are wizards with math because they have to do that on the spot. They can't pull out like a calculator and be like, oh yeah, you know, give me a 9 foot times a 5
Imagine
footer.
how long it would take.
Oh man, you
It
take
already takes long enough.
you build a house in 2 years probably. I'm just playing.
real.
It's too long. But guys, we have exciting news.
Very exciting
Exciting.
news.
No, we have exciting news though.
We have two, but we can only speak on one.
For now. We're just gonna drop one for now. So here's
Drop
the
a
deal.
bomb.
First Spanish episode coming out Friday night. All right, with video. So go check that out on YouTube. Now I'm thinking, do I create, a separate YouTube channel for it? Do I keep it in the same YouTube channel but with like a separate playlist, if that makes sense, so that you guys don't get confused, or do I just throw it on there just like that? So that's what I've been thinking about. But we already recorded the first Spanish episode. So if you're a Spanish-speaking member of our tribe,
This community.
the OAPs, what?
Nothing.
Go check us out. Well, you guys are already
The
checking us out.
Brandolandia.
The Randolandia. If you are in our kingdom, which every single one of you
You're
guys,
fucking dumb.
every single one of you guys are welcome to become, citizens of our kingdom. Share with your family members, friends that speak Spanish. I will say, I'm not the best at speaking Spanish, so I don't care.
Look,
But
the episode,
we're trying. All right.
we weren't very prepared for this episode.
Yeah, it's
So
clunky.
it's not the best. Okay, guys? And we weren't ready. We were looking kind of,
rough. Listen,
rough. It was night. It was late. But we wanted to get it out, so.
we wanted to do it. It's right. It's done right in the sense that the audio sounds good, the video doesn't look bad, things like that. What we are saying when it's clunky, it's like having like our setup with the interface and computer turned around, and whatever. The point is that we're doing it. All right, we I promised that we would do Spanish speaking podcast,
Yep.
and now they're coming true. So I'm very excited for this because, with that being said, I don't know how consistent I'll be with the Spanish speaking guests, just because I need to find guests that are Spanish speaking, which I'm sure I can do. You know, it's not a big issue.
We can bring out the tios,
Yeah, for real. My suegra.
las comadres.
But we will have also Spanish speaking guests. Yeah. So I'm excited for that part because.
You know, I just thought about that. It would be funny if you had.
Who? Oh my God. He told me all the cheese,
It'd be
man.
so funny. Should never shut the hell up.
She'd be like, how long have we been going for? 4 hours. 4 hours?
Oh,
No,
that'd be
but,
hilarious.
Yeah, we're going to have a Spanish speaking guest too. The first one, I already have in mind.
We're also gonna have no Sabo kids here.
Of course. So, you know, we're going to go, we're going to fucking.
Let's see your brother. A no Sabo kid.
I would not
That'd be
understand a single
hilarious.
word he would say. I'd be like, what?
You'd get so pissed. You'd be like, get the fuck out,
I'd be
dude.
like, dude, what are you saying, bro? No, but yeah, so we're excited for that too. Guys, listen, we're fucking doing everything, okay? We're doing Spanish, we're doing English, and we might someday do Japanese, all right?
Just someday.
Just someday, if I learn it or something.
Don't get too ahead of yourself, baby. Come on, boy.
So anyways, yeah, go be in fuck. What is it? What do you say when you want people to like to make sure to, you know, be on check for this, like look out for this, you know, type of deal? Stay tuned or whatever.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for this segment of the podcast. So, that's the first one. Now the second one, I'm just playing. Can't say that one just yet. We can't say that one just yet.
Oh, I didn't think your surprises were those. That was your surprise?
Yeah, what you mean?
Oh.
Which one was? What were you thinking of? Do you have something you want to share with us?
We're gonna be a year.
Oh yes, I actually was gonna.
And then the other one is the other one that we've been
Exactly, that we can't talk
talking
about
about
right now.
Yeah.
But no, I was gonna lead into that one next.
Yeah.
No, I really was. So, we've been married for a year now.
Almost.
Almost. Saturday will be.
April 8th. Mark your calendar, guys.
Yes.
Will
Send us
be a
gift.
year of Brandon and I being married for a year. And you know what they say? The first year is always the hardest. So I'm looking forward to a better fucking year.
Oh, God, it's been a year. I'm exhausted. Oh,
They're gonna think we fucking hate being married.
this 1 year took fucking 5 years out of my life. Oh, listen. No, it's
Guys,
it's been a
this
year for
fucking
sure.
year, literally, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret that
Oh,
nobody
God.
knows, but I'm gonna tell you guys. This fucking year gave me a gray hair. And I'm pretty sure it was because of Brandon mostly. This fucking year, I have a gray hair on my beautiful, dark, black, long hair. Which also, I'm getting a haircut.
Can't wait for
Are you
that.
excited for that?
Yes. It's like a new you coming in the door, you know? It's kind of cool. It's like you're renovating yourself. It's pretty sick. That's like with me, like trying to get a new hairstyle too. Like I'll be renovating myself. Yes, I'm getting
Just
a
you
new
getting a
hairstyle.
haircut in general would be fine.
Yeah, the reason why I'm wearing hats a lot lately is because I need a haircut, but I'm waiting for it to grow long enough so that I can change my hairstyle.
Yeah, it's
Because
time.
I want something different.
I
now.
think your hair would look a lot better in a different type of hair.
we're just in a different chapter in our life now.
especially because your hair is like wavy.
Yeah.
So I think
And I
It'll
can't
look
keep
nice.
can't keep like doing the same hairstyle because then my waves will go. And I don't want that.
they'll wave goodbye.
Yeah. So, how's it been married 1 year? Tell me.
Shit's been fucking rough, dude.
It's been rough, huh?
Been fucking stressful, let me tell you that much.
So what was it like?
I mean, does the gray hair not tell you anything?
Well, I don't know.
Does it not speak for
I don't know if
itself?
that was all me or not, but
Shit, I believe it was. It's this long now.
holy smokes! Does it get bigger and bigger by the day, or what?
Yeah, well, it starts growing from your root.
All the way up?
Yeah. And it's been this long, so your hair doesn't grow that fast. So, it's been this whole fucking year of that gray hair growing
Okay, so
out of my scalp.
tell me. We get married April 8th last year.
Oh, yes.
Tell me like the steps, or not the steps, but the stages of marriage that you have like went through, and that you're like, this one was easier than this one. This one was harder than that one.
The
and
first
now we're here.
one was before we even got married, we were already fucking going through
we
shit.
were doing that. What? Best believe.
Best believe we were already having those fucking arguments.
Oh.
We were, wait, what are you talking
I'm not
about?
talking about anything. Go ahead.
Oh, are you talking about beep beep beep?
We were doing the deed. You know what I'm saying? Long before we got married. Go ahead.
So much shyness.
I'm shyness right now.
Imagine we start saying
Oh, hell no.
say that at work tomorrow.
Oh, I'd be like, who the fuck are you?
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, and the way the dude says beautiful for
Oh,
everything.
yeah, beautiful. It's very beautiful.
Anyways, it was already kind of hard at the beginning before we even got married,
Yes.
but I feel like that gave us a really good
Jump start.
yeah, on what marriage is actually about. Then we did have our little honeymoon phase. Yeah, probably the 2 months that they usually tell you that you'll fucking be lovey-dovey and shit.
Yeah, rainbows and roses.
So that was cool. Later on became stressful. Just trying to figure everything out, how our marriage was going to work out.
Yeah, I think it became stressful.
Our schedules, just figuring out when to do what.
Yeah.
When to make time for this, for that, for us.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? Later, I believe, came a lot of sad moments. And I mean, I'm not going to mention all these things that we were going through, but it was just a lot, you know? It's been a lot of arguing, a lot of laughing, a lot of everything.
Yeah. I think what happened.
And I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And I'm glad that we've been going through all of that, because that just, you know, if we could go through all that our first year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's for sure like you learn a lot of lessons. And I've learned a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
So like, I guess moving forward into this, next phase in our lives of being like married officially for a year and then going on to our second now after April 8th.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, okay, what can I be better at this time?
Yeah, what can we do to better this marriage?
Yeah, to better our relationship.
And not just better our relationship, just us. Ourselves.
Yeah. So, yeah, because our marriage, like you said, like the first 2 months was lovey-dovey, right? Happy
yeah, I mean, because
all over.
our marriage can be perfect, but if we're not working on ourselves.
It all comes from that, really, I think.
Yeah. Like if you're being a shitty person or just having problems or whatever with yourself.
Yeah.
You're bringing those into the marriage.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that like you in this first year, why is this camera going to turn off? I am so pissed off.
It's not.
It's not. It's blinking.
Oh, yeah. Should I?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not unplugged though.
No, it's unplugged. I unplugged it.
Yeah, that's weird.
But is it charged? Is it charged? Does it mention that it's charged?
Yeah, it has. It just has the little line it's not fully charged.
You might want to plug it. Anyways, it turned off. God damn it. Oh no, I didn't. Did it? Well, guys, we're gonna have half of this on YouTube and the other half I'm not too sure. Did it turn on? I don't know why it's doing that. No, just turn it off. And yeah, unplug it. Why is it giving us issues now? I don't know. That's weird. We need to figure that out.
Yeah, that's been annoying.
Yeah. I might
Okay,
take it.
I get it if you turn off because you have no battery, but shit, if you're just,
I'm wondering if it's the battery that's just done.
who knows? We do use this camera a lot, so
Yeah, I might just take it to the camera place and like have them check it out or something.
yeah.
See if they can figure what's going on with it because it's been doing that a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Our camera has been having issues lately and we don't know why. It kind of started out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So it's very annoying. And so we'll figure what's going on with the camera sooner or later. But what was I saying? Marriage.
I don't know.
Oh, that within the first like year you start picking up a lot of like, things that your partner like needs and does or maybe, wants from you and you know, they're I don't know if expectation is the right word, but kind of the expectation they want from you. But I think a lot what happened in our marriage, a lot of it was, after the 2 months when things kind of set in finally, it was difficult that I was still involved in a business that costed us a lot of financial issues.
It did cost us a lot of
Yeah.
financial issues.
So I think that is kind of where things started to,
Yeah, for sure. That was probably one of the biggest.
yeah, because, with anything you do, really, I feel like there's going to be some type of cost and it's going to tax something, whether it's your relationship, your finances, your mental health, your emotional state, your life. It's going to be taxed somewhere, somehow. But I think that I wasn't smart and put a stop on it when I knew that it was over long before I did stop the business. And so I knew long before that I had doubts about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't stop it. So it costed us a lot of financial issues that we are still kind of trying to recover from, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing is I think that we had a hard time coping with each other's quote unquote dark side, right? Because every human has a dark side. No human is all happy and positive.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't exist. No one is perfect. So everyone has a dark side, and how you deal with that dark side on your personal level is one thing, and how you cope with it in a real or how someone copes with that in a relationship is a different thing.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think we had a hard time coping with each other's dark side, with each other's baggage.
I think we just weren't listening to each other either. We weren't communicating.
Yeah.
Because we were so used to just texting and we were very good at communicating that way.
Yeah.
But when it came to us living together, it just wasn't the same, Like, it's not like I'm going to sit in front of you and we're going to be texting.
You texted me.
Yeah.
It was different. It was a different type of connection.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very hard to transition from like a relationship that you build from texting to having that relationship be a conversation, in
person.
person conversation type of relationship.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of our biggest struggles, and I still think it is one of our biggest struggles that we both go through is communicating with each other.
Like sometimes we don't even realize that we're not really communicating with each other till something goes not wrong, but you know.
Yeah. So that was for sure hard, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of keeping that real, keeping that communication alive through that transition. If that makes sense. So I think that was a big struggle too. And I think a lot of people go through that, honestly. A lot of
Yeah,
like these
I'm
relations.
pretty
I
sure
don't even think you have to be married for that. I think that just even moving in with someone, you go through that struggle, right?
yeah.
Because when you're texting, you can be pissed off, scream.
Like
Yeah, you can be pissed off, screaming your pillow, and then text your partner a really nice message.
there you could be
You
fucking
know?
crying, depressed as shit.
Exactly.
And your partner's not gonna know because you're putting this happy face through a screen.
Exactly.
Saying, oh no, everything's fine, blah, blah, blah. I'm just
Yeah.
kind of having an off day. But that's all they really
Yeah.
know, you know?
The other thing too is, learning and learning how your partner is on a private, personal level. You know how they are with little things like maybe even just with laundry, with showering, with brushing your teeth. Like I'm gonna be honest, I make a fucking mess when I brush my teeth and wash my face. Like it's a mess. Like it's a tsunami in that bitch.
I think I noticed this
Like it's just
year, baby.
yeah, it's just one of those things that I can't control. I'm just
And guys, let me tell you that I
brute.
still get pissed over that shit. I don't think I'm ever gonna get
Yeah,
like be
but
okay with
yeah,
it, but
but this is how I pay it
it's
back.
been, but it's also been. I don't really give you that much shit
Not
as
anymore.
often as I did, you know.
Yeah,
Like I just see it, I'm just like,
and
whatever.
the
That's just Brandon.
and the way I like try to pay that back in a sense is by me when we clean the house, I take care of the bathrooms most of the time. You know, I'm not gonna say all the time because there has been times that you've cleaned the bathrooms and sometimes I'll do something else. But most of the time, I'm like, okay, I make this fucking mess, so I'm gonna clean the bathroom, and that's what I do. I deep clean. I'm not just fucking just the window or the glass mirror. That's it. No, I deep clean that bitch. Make it look nice.
And it
So
lasts at least that night,
at
guys.
least 2 days, you know.
And then it's just,
But it's just how I pay that back to her. I'm like, hey, like
yeah.
I understand that me making a mess in the bathroom may piss you off, and I know that. So the least I can do is clean it and have it last at least 2 days.
I'm just a very clean person, so it just pisses me off when I don't.
Yeah.
Like it fucks with my
But there's where like learning how to live with someone comes in, right? That like it's not
yeah.
because for me, for example, I'm gonna clean when my mental mind says clean. Until then, I'm like,
He's gonna clean, guys, whenever he sees that it's a fucking hot ass mess and I'm not doing shit about it.
until it bothers me is when I'll clean,
And that's
and that can take a while. I'm not gonna lie.
oh yeah.
So she has to learn how to live with that, and I have to learn how to live with her on my ass about hey, pick that up or hey, clean that, and that's understandable. Listen, in any relationship you get into, there's always going to be that struggle.
Dude, imagine if we were both fucking nasty ass
See,
people.
now that's a problem. Because I'm not.
And we didn't care, imagine.
Oh my God, roaches. No, but that's what you go through in a relationship. You don't even have to be married for this. I'm a clean person, but like I said, I take longer to clean, and that's just how I am.
Yeah.
So that's another one, right? Is like learning, okay, I'm this specific way, and this is how I was when I was living by myself. Now I have someone coming into my, bubble, or I'm going into someone's bubble, and I'm learning their little pet peeves, and they're learning mine, and they like certain things done this way, and I like certain things done that way. And you have to learn how to like be. It's almost like an agreement. You know, you come to an agreement like, okay, I'll do this and you do that, and like, okay, cool, and that's
Yeah.
fine. I think that's fair. For example, a great example is like cooking and washing dishes, right? I hate washing dishes, but I try to do my fair share of washing dishes, especially when she cooks. Sometimes she just gets impatient with me and fucking washes them. And there I'm like, all glory to God. Thank you.
What I don't like is that you take
I take forever to wash them too.
either you take forever or you just don't wash them when they should be washed.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you don't
Or
wash them
don't
good.
wash them at all. Sometimes you don't.
No, so yeah, sometimes I don't.
And I'm like, okay, dude, like it smells like fucking death in here, and you come into the house and you're like, roses.
No, but and so like that's another thing, you know, like learning how to like okay, you know,
And the counters.
and the counters too. I don't.
He
clean
makes whatever
counters.
the fuck he makes to eat sometimes. Fucking spill salsa, fucking who knows. That shit.
Wait, hold on.
The fucking counters are sticky.
But
They're fucking nasty. I have to clean them every single time.
I've been getting better though. I have pulled out the little Clorox wipes and cleaned the counters here and there. Not always. I'm not gonna say
They're
every
Lysol
single
wipes.
time. Lysol, whatever. You know, that I do that. You know now. So like you learn. You know over time you pick up on these things, and then comes the emotional things that you have to pick up on too, and that's probably the hardest one, right? When you're like, I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but like one of the things that I used to do early on in our relationship was something that I think hurt a lot of our relationship on an emotional level. And that was that, for example, when she would get pissed off or irritated or mad, which is all kind of the same thing, or she was sad or something brought her down, she's a person who won't say anything until she wants to say something about that. What I did wrong there, and I didn't know this until later on, was that she needed her space to kind of process and kind of think about it herself and kind of let that out in her own way, whether that was crying, writing, whatever that, you know, whatever that was for her. I didn't understand that, so I would keep picking, you know, almost like that cut, that little wound, and be like, well, what is it? What is it? What is it? Why don't you talk? Why aren't you saying anything? Talk to me, you know? I didn't give her the space, is what I'm trying to say. So that was wrong, right? And that's something that you learn as your relationship keeps going. And it's kind of like maturing in the relationship, you know? Like now I try to give her space. And for the most part, I think I do. Where I'm like, okay, like she'll tell me when she's ready to tell me. I don't know when that is. It might not be that same day or that night, but it might be 2 days, a day later, 3 days. I don't care. But I think she'll tell me. And if she doesn't tell me, that's okay too. Because maybe it was something that was going on with her personally that wasn't needed to be shared to me. And that's okay. That's okay too. Like you have to, you know, you learn these things as you grow in the relationship. And the vice versa, like for her, that's another thing too, right? Like I'm not I'm a person who if I'm asked and I feel ready to talk, I'll talk. But if I'm not asked, I keep it in.
Yeah.
And I don't mean keep it in, I mean like I keep it in and I know what to do with it, you know, like I'll process it. Or if it bothers me, I come to the person and be like, hey, like this is bothering me.
Yeah.
But it's not so much so like we're different in that sense, I think. But similar
You're
in the
more
same.
that you want to talk about it, and I'm more of, okay, let me process this.
Yeah.
Let me think if I even want to like bring it out, if I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to talk when I'm mad. Like let's say you make me mad right now. I'm not gonna come and tell you, oh my God, this is what's going on because of this. Like, I know that I'll see some fucked up shit.
Yeah. Which has happened in the past.
Which
And
would
that
happen
hurts.
all the time, and
That hurts the emotional state of the
it
relationship.
wasn't that I wanted to,
Yeah.
but he would pick,
The
how would you
wound.
say it? Yeah, pick the wound so much that I'd just basically explode.
Yeah.
Without me even processing anything and just talking out of my ass, basically.
Yeah. And for me, it's like I'll talk about it in the moment, even if I'm heated up. The problem is that I don't take the time to process and to think about what I want to say or how I want to respond. So for her, she had to learn how to like say, hey, take a step back, let's cool down, and then we'll talk about it. And I had to learn that for myself too, of like, hey, before I say some fucked up shit or before I try to be defensive, I'm gonna take a step back, cool down, and then we'll talk about it so that we don't hurt each other's emotions even more, because that's the last thing you want to do, right? Is hurt each other more when you're already hurt by something that the person did or said or acted certain way, you know. And sometimes those conversations don't even have to come through a fight. They can come through just asking, hey, how do you think we're doing? Hey, how do you feel about this? And that's when like either you're like me who like, oh, you know, you say a bunch of things, or you're like Jackie, more so like, oh, let me process, let me think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now is it dying?
Yep.
Okay, so it's the battery then.
But how the fuck did it die that quick?
That's what I'm
I
wondering.
was just looking at it and it was basically, yeah, it's the battery for sure.
100%.
Plug it in. And then it's gonna say it's too hot. Watch. Yeah, it's the battery.
And we're back. Well, I'm back. I checked what's going on with the camera, but I think it's the battery for sure.
Yeah, because it's dying too quick.
It's dying too quick.
It's getting hot for no reason.
Yeah. I don't know. But that's the hard thing about that's like, you know, with being married. And the thing with being married, guys, is like, and I think I've said this before in the podcast or on the podcast. Like, you just can't think, oh, I hate this right now, or I don't like this right now, and I'm going to leave. You know, like, F you, you know, I can break up with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. You know, when you're married,
Yeah, I mean, it's not a relationship that you can just dump
break
the
off
guy for
or
or
dump the
take a
girl.
break, you know.
Yeah, like
You actually have to work through it.
yeah. And you know, maybe you do work through it and it doesn't work out the way that you would have liked it to. And that's when you take, you know, your decision on what you want to do, whether you want to stay like that or you want to, you know, you believe that you are better off as divorced, you know, a relationship that, you know, you break off your relationship essentially at that point. But the point is not to get to that point. The point is to work together, figure out the good and the bad of each other, and, you know, build from that.
Yeah.
And the way that you do that is through going through what we had to go through, not necessarily the exact same thing, but what we went through.
Going through the hard shit. That's
Exactly.
how you.
So that's what marriage is about. And
Because I mean, you guys probably see our stories, see our freaking posts sometimes, and see us in person. Oh my God, they look so happy.
yeah, you guys.
But you guys don't know what happens
behind the doors.
behind scenes. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's just one of those things, you know. And the thing, guys, too, a lot is that you have to, I think you have to, like, communication. I don't understand. I don't know if people understand how important it is.
I mean, that either
Breaks it or makes it.
makes it or breaks it, yeah.
Exactly. And that's something that we struggle through even till this day because, you know, of how our relationship was
I
built.
mean, it's not that bad, but we catch on to it that, oh, hey, we're not communicating. This is why things are going the way they're going. And we're like, oh, okay, you know?
Yeah. And like, you know, if you're a person that goes into a relationship that carries things from the past or that just carries baggage, doesn't have to be, when I say carry things, it doesn't have to be from another relationship. It can be from, you know, childhood trauma. It can be from emotional damage caused by parents or loved ones or whatever. When you're a person that goes with that into a relationship, you have to be very careful with learning how to manage that and not let that affect your relationship, you know, as best as possible. Like learning how to control that. Because, for example, I find myself a lot, and I'll get real with you guys here. I find myself a lot that you know, the things that I went through when I was a child and some of that trauma that I carry and whatnot, or traits, have kind of leaked into my relationship with Jackie, which has hurt the relationship, you know? And you don't see that until afterwards. And you won't see that until you do see afterwards. And the way you see afterwards is by saying, okay, well, why am I reacting this way? Why am I thinking about this? You know? So that's kind of what you have to realize when you're going to move in with someone that you're serious about and that you love and that you want to be with, is saying to yourself, okay, well, I have this shit that I carry with me and I know I do. I need to figure that out. Even if I'm with this person together, you know, even if we're living together, I need to figure that out so that it doesn't affect my relationship with this person. Because the last thing I want to do is hurt Jackie, right? Or anyone else for that matter. And so that's hard too. It takes a lot.
For sure.
And don't even mention like I have, like when people said it's going to be hard and like the finances could have a hurt on the relationship, that certain things can affect the relationship. I was like, nah. You know, like I didn't.
Nah, she'll ride with me even if I have 2 cents.
Yeah. Which I know you would.
Yeah, but it is hard.
But it is hard living out in this, you know.
And it does fuck a lot with the relationship, want it or not.
Yeah. In this day and age, you know, finances, I think, has a huge impact on the relationship. I understand why people want now, like why certain girls or males want certain type of females or males that have certain type of
But it's
careers.
kind of stupid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because it's hard to find someone like that to begin with. And second of all, if you're
And
together,
why are you asking for that?
Yeah. But if you are with someone and you're building something from the ground up, you both have to keep in mind that you're starting from the ground up and that it will be hard. It's fucking difficult. Like it's fucking hard. You know, as a man, for example, it's hard for me not to be able to buy Jackie everything that she wants. When she tells me, I want this or I want that or I would like this. And I know she says it to me in the way of like, I like this, not in the way of like, I'm exceeding.
Like basically telling you to buy it.
Yeah, like I know she's not like basically saying you need to buy me this right now. Mm-hmm. She's not saying it in that format, but even hearing it, myself, I say to myself, fuck, I wish I did have the money to buy you that because you deserve that, you know, because I want that for you. And I know, and one day I will have the money. You know, we will have the money to buy each other whatever we want because I'm sure she goes probably through the same things, same type of thought. But that's something that you don't realize until you start living together, until your partner, you're laying at fucking 10:30 p.m. and she's going through Amazon and she tells you what fucking blender she wants and what fucking countertop, you know, she wants for the house if you're going to build a house or whatever, you know. And then I tell her, oh, I want this for the studio or whatever, you know. You don't realize that.
Put another 10 fucking
grand in it. Yeah, like you don't realize that, guys, until you're living. And that's that's where like the beautiful thing comes in if you don't let that eat at you, is like, hey, we're dream building, baby. Like,
Yeah.
we're struggling right now. Like, we're fucking going through it. We're in the rut right now. It's hard, but we have dreams, we have desires, and if we work together,
And we're pushing towards that.
yeah, if we work together, we push towards that, we build something together, we can have that. It's all between us wanting that. And so that's kind of what you do. I think that it's very positive. As you work through those things, like, you don't let it eat at you,
Yeah.
So that's another thing you have to fucking work through.
It's a lot, guys.
It's a lot, guys. But nonetheless, like, being married is a fucking blessing. Like, you have your partner with
I'm
you.
gonna steal his phrase. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Like, it really is. And, I think one of the biggest things is having hope for the relationship, believing in the relationship, and wanting the relationship. Like, you have to want the relationship.
Yeah.
If not, then what do you're just wasting people's times, and you're just hurting emotions for no reason, and
even yourselves.
even yourself, you're putting yourself through a fucking blender bottle. So that's what I would say is just it's rough. If you're gonna get married out there, make sure you do it with the person that you want to do it with. Make sure you're prepared. What's one advice you would tell, now that you're a year into marry Jackie? What would you tell Jackie from a year ago before she married Brandon? What would you tell her?
I don't think anyone is ever gonna be ready for marriage. As much as they think they are, as much as they think they know the person, I think there's always going to be something that they don't know. So I don't think I'd even.
You'd let her
Just fucking get married and see how it goes. If you love the person, then. And you're willing to work.
Yeah. For sure. Is it blurry?
No.
Oh, okay.
Shit, my vision's blurry. No, I don't think it's blurry.
Okay. Because I think I moved it, but I don't know. Are you still in love?
Yes.
That's cool. I love you too.
Weirdo. I love you too. When did I say that? I said I was in love.
What's one thing that in this upcoming year you want to kind of work on as far as like marriage goes?
I'd say maybe being more supportive, even though I feel like I have for the most part. But just continue to be, even when I really don't want to or whatever,
Yeah.
Trying to be more understanding and obviously continuing to work on my communication with you.
Yeah, that's good.
You gonna cry?
No.
I am.
Cool. What?
You?
Which one? I asked 2 questions, so.
You did?
Yeah.
What was your 2 questions? You asked if it was blurry and then...
No. I asked, what advice would you give Jackie from a year ago before she got married? And then I asked...
When? When did you ask that?
I just literally asked that. And you said you wouldn't... You said you believe that no one is ready for marriage. That was your answer
but
to
what
that.
would I tell Jackie?
Yeah.
Just to, I don't know what I would tell Jackie.
Yeah.
Stay strong.
For sure.
Yeah. Take it easy on yourself.
Yeah, don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That comes from a lot of stuff, though. I don't think it's just like being married.
Oh, yeah.
I think it comes before that. I deal with that shit too. But for me,
Both.
What would I tell Brandon?
What would you tell little Brandon Lara before getting married?
I'd say
Shit's rough, bro. Buckle up.
no. I'd say keep your mind clear as much as possible. Don't let your mind get so fogged up by things. You know, don't let things bother you to the point where it derails you so much. You know that when you want to get back on the trail, on the horse, it's gonna cost you a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say that. I say keep your mind clear, and be patient. Take it slow if you need to, but don't rush things the way you have done in the past. That's what I would say to him. Just take it slow. And then what was the other question? Oh, what do I want moving forward?
Yeah.
Moving forward, the things that I would want. Oh shit! You don't have to pick. I'll pick it up. I got you. Moving forward, the things I would want to work on is, one I think would be, taking care more of our relationship, so keeping it more alive. I think that this year was really hard because we didn't take the time to take our relationship out or to do certain things with our relationship, like, you know, have fun basically. A lot of it was like on a very strict type of plan and do this and do that. So I'd say, you know, go out with the relationship basically, if that makes sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say be more, I think I would want to be more like appreciative of you, of us, and be more loving, I think, in all the senses, especially in how we both would like to receive love, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's like, if your love language is like encouraging words, giving you more of that. If my love language is physical touch or empowering words, I would like to receive more of that.
Yeah.
And then the third one, of course, is obviously like the communication part, bettering that. Because I think for me, a lot of it is that I don't like to be vulnerable with you. I don't like to show my weak side. And I don't like to, I don't like to say or tell certain things because I feel like I'll be embarrassed or I'll feel like I might be shamed for.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll feel shameful of myself and guilty. And I think that really hurts. You know, that can really hurt a relationship, not just ours, but any type of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not, you know, you're not letting the person who loves you the most and who you love in. You know, and that person can help you. In fact, kind of, you know, deal with what you're going through. But instead, if you block them off, then you're not letting anyone help you. You know.
Yeah.
So I'd say that. I'd say
Nice.
those things for sure. Yeah.
Those are good ones.
What's our time?
54.
Cool. We'll end it here, guys. Listen,
Well.
what a fucking podcast, huh?
It was a good one.
It was a good one, I feel like. I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, if you're going through a relationship, if you're going to get married, if you're in a marriage and you're dealing with these things,
Come to us.
Don't-
We've gone through all of it.
no, if you're going through these things, guys, or you're not there yet, you will one day go through these things. Maybe not in the exact same order as we have, or similar, or same things as us, or similar things as us. But just know that
You'll go through some of them.
you'll go through a couple things, and I think we just got to keep in mind is that there's a reason why you married this person, and there's a reason why you're with this person if you're not married. And if you believe in that reason and you want that reason to stay alive, you will fight for that reason.
Yes,
If
sir.
not, then I think, don't waste anyone's time. Don't break hearts, and just, instead of, extending the relationship out for 5 years when you've known since year 4 that you want a divorce or whatever, want to break up, do that,
Just have the balls to do it.
Just have the balls to do it. Everything will be okay.
Don't stay just because, I just don't want to hurt her.
Yeah.
Or
Everything will
him,
be okay.
you know?
Like, you just got to figure out what you want for yourself, I guess. And, yeah, I mean, just stay positive. Don't let it bring you down.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, there was your podcast, guys. Remember, Spanish podcast coming out Friday night. We're excited for that shit.
Shit.
It's not okay. I take that back. We're excited for that podcast, that episode. We're excited to go into this new venture of making Spanish podcast. It's something that we've been wanting to do for some time now, but finally made it possible. What else? I think that's it for now. Stay in tune. Stay up to date with what we'll be posting. A lot more content coming out. We are, deciding whether we want to do a YouTube channel based on vlogs and whatnot. That's something that we have, kind of thought about, and we're still deciding whether we want to do that or not. We have some exciting news coming. We can't say just yet what that news is, but soon enough you guys will
be
know.
Excited.
And yeah, guys, just remember, we love y'all. We thank y'all for the support, and we
will see you on the next one.
see you on the next one. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Oof. What a